Alright, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make a little bookish sweatshirt. This would be so fun to do at a book club or just for a fun little craft. I love reading so much and I want it to be on my clothing too. So the sticker that I'm going to show you today says literally just a book girl, and we're going to do it so simply. The first thing you need to do is pick out a sweatshirt. I will link these. I love these sweatshirts. These are from Amazon. They are super oversized and they're just really cozy and they're great for stitching on. So the first thing that you need to do is peel away the sticker from the backing, and then you're just going to place it right along the collar line like so. When it comes to choosing a color, I try to keep it something that's going to be pretty dark just because we want it to be as legible as possible. Sometimes lighter colors, they're just not going to be as legible on lettering, but it depends on what color sweatshirt you're using. I'm going to use this really dark charcoal gray 844 today. You could also use just the black 310, but really you could do whatever color you want as long as it's not super light so that you're really going to be able to make each of your letters defined and stand out on your sweatshirt. I'm going to use all 6 strands of 844 today, and I got a length of thread that goes from about the tip of my fingers to my elbow. That's usually about how long of a length of thread I like to work with, and we're going to use all 6 strands. We're not going to split the strands at all. We're going to keep them all together, and you're going to grab a size 22 chenille needle. That just has a little bit of a bigger eye, like you can see here, and it makes it a little bit easier for you to get all 6 strands through. I also like a size 5 DMC embroidery needle if I'm using less than 6 strands, but this size 22 chenille works really well for all 6 strands. You want to thread just like 3 to 4 inches through, and then on the opposite end, you're just going to tie off a little knot. There are definitely fancier ways to do this, but that is how I do mine. And then you're going to cut off any excess, leave a tiny little tail, and now we're going to start stitching. I'm working without a hoop because it's a little bit better for clothing, but if you need a hoop, you can totally do it. A hoop will work pretty well for sweatshirts because they're pretty thick, but I'm just going to go without a hoop today. So we're going to do a simple back stitch, and what you want to do is come up through the fabric, go ahead and pull all the way up and through, and then you're going to make a down stitch a very short stitch length away. So I'm going to go right about here, and I'm going to pull all the way back through the sweatshirt. Now for your next stitch, you're going to come up a short stitch length away, so right about where my thumb is pointing. Pull up and through. And then to make your down stitch, you're going to go right back down through the same hole from the end of the previous stitch. Then you're going to come up a stitch length away from the end of the stitch you just made, and go back down through the same hole from the end of the previous stitch. And you're just going to work your way around the letter, continuing in that pattern. Back stitch is so simple. It's such an easy stitch. It's great for lettering, especially with all the tight little curves. You can adjust the length of your stitches if you need to make them smaller when you're working around tight curves. And it's just a really nice, mindful stitch. You don't have to think too much. So I'm just going to keep going all the way around, and I'm just going to fill in every letter that way. That's how easy this is. I'll show you what to do when you start running low on thread in just a minute. Okay, so when you start running low on thread, you're going to tie off a knot in the back. So you're going to go to the inside of your sweatshirt and you're going to run your needle underneath the closest by stitch that you have completed. I'm just going to run my needle right underneath there. Pull it through, but then leave a little loop out like this and put your needle through that loop and pull tight. You can do that one more time on clothing and it'll stay nice and secure. Usually do it just 2 times on clothing and it's fine. And then you can go ahead and cut off any of the excess. Leave a tiny little tail. And then you're going to get 6 more strands and continue on. All right, once you're all done stitching, you're going to take your sweatshirt and you're going to run warm to hot water from your sink and you're going to wash off all of the remaining stabilizer paper. It can take a couple of minutes, but you're just going to let the running water run all over the stabilizer paper and you'll see it start to dissolve completely. Sometimes I like to try to take my finger and sort of rub close to the lettering in case any of that paper sticks to your stitching. And then once you see that it's all dissolved, you can let it dry and your sweatshirt will be good to go. I typically just leave the back as is. Sulky does sell a iron-on backing called Tender Touch, which you can put over the back, but it holds up just fine as long as you tie your knots off 2 to 3 times every time you're finished with your thread. I've run tons of my sweatshirts through my wash and dryer multiple times and they hold up great. So that's just a choice. It's up to you if you want to put a backing on it or not. I just leave mine. And let me know if you have any questions in the comment, and hopefully you can follow along and subscribe to my page if you're enjoying these tutorials.